Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
It's ugly. Throw it, throw it, throw it. Oh, it's a gift. Say thank you, thank you, thank you. No, don't say thank you. Yes, you have to say thank you. Just throw it. She's your friend. Hello, hello, hello kids! Welcome to my virtual classroom. It's me again, your teacher Jenny. Are you excited to learn new things with me? Okay, I am so excited that you are here with me again. What are we waiting for? Let's start our lesson. Our lesson for today is about polite expressions. What are polite expressions? Do you even know any polite words? Actually, polite words are also known as magic words.
Wow!
These are the words we say with respect. These are also the words we say with politeness, so that when we talk to older people or with our friends, we use polite words. For today's lesson, you are expected to use or respond appropriately to polite expression in greetings, leave takings, expressing gratitude and apology, asking permission, and offering help. But before we start, let us have a review of our previous lesson. I'll be showing you different pictures and you have to tell me who or what is in the picture. Are you ready? Very good! This picture shows a family. You are correct. This picture shows a school. You are great. The picture shows a community. Excellent! This picture points to the teacher. Very good, kids! You still remember what family and community looks like. With that, let us proceed to our next topic by singing a song.
We say please when we need something. We say sorry if we are wrong. We say thank you when we receive something. We say welcome when someone says thank you. We say excuse me when we want to ask or get the the attention of others. Don't forget to use these polite words. What you say will sound kind when heard. We say please when we need something. We say sorry if we are wrong. We say thank you when we receive something. We say welcome when someone says thank you. We say excuse me when we want to ask or get the attention of others. Don't forget to use these polite words. What you say will sound kind when heard. Polite expressions are being used in greetings, leave-takings, expressing gratitude and apology, asking permission, and offering help. When we talk to people, we should show respect and leave a good impression. That's a sign of being a good person. The words we use are polite expressions or courteous expressions. Courteous means having or showing good manners and being polite. There are many expressions that we can use to show that we are polite. If we want to greet anyone in the morning, we say good morning. If it's afternoon, we say good afternoon. But how about in the evening? When the sun has come down and the stars and the moon are up, we greet by saying, good evening. There are also polite expressions to say when we are about to leave or settle. Before we leave, we say goodbye or God bless. Before we sleep, the words we say is good night. When we are asking someone for a favor, the magic word is please. And to show gratitude, we say, thank you. And the courteous answer to that is, you are welcome. When answering the telephone, we say, hello. Kids, let us learn more about our lesson for today. Welcome. Are you ready for a fun learning session? That's great. Because for today's lesson, we will learn greetings and polite expressions. Polite means having or showing good manners. Here are some examples of polite expressions. Good morning. Good night. Good afternoon, ma'am. When we see our friends, we say hello or hi. When someone helps us, we say thank you. And in return, we say you're welcome. If we want to leave our friends at school, we say goodbye or just saying bye. When we want to pass someone who is talking, we say, excuse me, may I pass? Or when we want a favor from someone, we say, can you pass that please? If we harm someone, we say, I'm sorry. Kids, always remember that when we are talking to others, we should show some respect. And that's a sign of being a good person. Now let us try this exercise to know if you learned from the lesson. You just have to choose the correct letter. Number 1. You wake up in the morning and see your mom and dad. What do you say? A. Good afternoon. B. Good evening. C. Good morning. Correct. It's letter C. Number 2. After eating breakfast, your school jeep arrives and you leave for school. What do you say to your parents? Letter A. Bye, Mom and Dad. See you later. Letter B. Good night, Mom and Dad. Or letter C. Good evening, Mom and Dad. That's right. It's letter A. Number 3. You arrive from school in the afternoon. You see your mom at home. What do you say? Letter A. I'm sorry. Letter B. Good evening. Or letter C. Good afternoon. That's great. It's letter C. Number 4. You are about to sleep at night. What do you say to your family? Letter A. Goodbye. Letter B. Good night. Or letter C. So long. Correct. It's letter B. Number 5. It's 6 p.m. and someone just arrived at the door. How do you greet him? Letter A. Good evening. Letter B. Good morning. Or letter C. Good night. That's great! It's letter A. Let us try another activity. You have to identify the proper polite expression for each situation. You are about to sleep. What will you say to your mom? A. Good morning. B. Good afternoon. Or C. Good night. That's correct. You say good night. Someone give you a gift. What will you say? A. Thank you. B. Sorry. C. Excuse me. You're right. It's letter A. You say thank you. You wake up in the morning and you saw your mom and dad. What will you say? A. Good morning. B. Good afternoon. Or C. Good evening. You are so great. You say good morning. You accidentally bumped someone. What will you say? A. Goodbye. B. Sorry. Or C. Hello. That's correct. You say sorry. Your service arrived and you go to school. What will you say to your parent? A. Goodbye. B. Hi. Or C. Thank you. That's right. You say goodbye. Well done, kids. What you've done is very impressive. You are a great learner. Now that you've passed our 2 exercises, let us have our learning task number 1. You have to match the expressions in column A with their appropriate responses in column B. Write the letters of your answers in your notebook. check if you got the correct answer. Number 1, letter C. Number 2, letter D. Number 3, letter B. And number 4, letter A. You're a great learner if you got this all correctly. For our learning task number 2, identify the polite response to each situation. In your notebook, write the letter of the correct answer for each item. Rex said, "Good evening, Laika. Are you okay?" What do you think will be the response of Laika? That's correct. It's letter B. Carmen said, "I am sorry. I forgot to bring your notebook." What do you think is the response of Elsa? That's right. It's letter A. Belle said, "Anna, thank you for helping me with my assignment." What do you think is the response of Anna? Correct! It's letter B. Juan said, "Should I prepare the food for dinner?" What do you think is the response of Carlo? That's right. It's letter A. Susan said, "Grace, may I tell you something?" What do you think is the response of Grace? That's correct. It's letter A.
If you are still here with me, very good because you are a great listener. Now kids, why do you think we need to use polite expressions when talking to the elders or to our friends? That's correct. We need to use polite words because it shows respect and kindness to the people around us.
You did a job well done in all of your exercises and learning tasks. This time, you have to do this activity on your own. For the direction, in your notebook, you have to provide the appropriate polite response to the situation below. You borrowed the toy of your best friend. While playing, you accidentally broke it. What would you tell him or her? Here is the flow of the conversation. You just have to fill out the missing response in the underline. Your assignment, you have to be observant and listen carefully because in your notebook, you will list 5 polite expressions that you will hear at home.
Before we end our lesson, I just want you to remember that when we are kind to other people, they will be kind to us too. That is why we have to use polite words in every time in everywhere in our lives. Goodbye, kids! See you again in our next lesson.